Hello, it's the end of the year and there's lots to do besides buying gifts and attending parties. From an employer perspective, let's talk about your employees' fringe benefits. Fringe benefits are benefits that are not paid to your employees but need to be reported on employee W-2s. They come in many forms and some will require tax withholding, so they may need to be entered at the same time as a normal payroll run before the end of the year. By now, you should have received by email a copy of our year-end frequently asked questions. If you have misplaced it, you can access it from the Quick Links section of your client landing page in iSolved. Please read through these questions and answers so as to be best prepared for your end-of-year tasks. You should be aware that your fringe benefits, along with bonuses and other year-end information, should be submitted to your payroll processor as early as possible, but certainly no later than your last payroll of the year. You should submit your fringe benefits to your payroll processor in writing. We recommend using a form such as this. Feel free to email this to your processor or fax it, marked for the attention of your payroll processor. The final page of the Frequently Asked Questions document is a year-end questionnaire that we respectfully ask that you return to your processor no later than the date stated at the top of the page. This questionnaire lists 10 of the possible fringe benefits that your company may provide to your employees. The first is Group Term Life, or GTL. This is employer-provided life insurance. Any value that exceeds $50,000 of life insurance is a taxable fringe benefit. It is taxable for all taxes, but you must decide if you want those taxes to be paid by the employee out of the regular paycheck, or if you want to gross up the employee's paycheck to account for those taxes. Do any of your employees make personal use of a company vehicle beyond normal working hours? If so, then this is also considered a taxable fringe benefit, taxable for all taxes. Again, you decide whether you gross up the employee's paycheck or have the employee pay the taxes out of the regular paycheck. To calculate the taxable amount, you can use one of three rules. One rule is the cents per mile rule. This is typically only used if the vehicle is valued at less than $16,000 and the employee drives less than 10,000 business miles during the year. Another rule is the commuting rule. This is used only if the employee commutes back and forth to work but does not make any other personal use of the vehicle. The most common rule for calculating taxable income on this fringe benefit is to use the annual lease value. Using an IRS published table, you can determine how much it would cost to lease the vehicle based on the fair market value of the vehicle when it was put into service. If you're not sure which rule to use, please refer to Publication 15B, An Employer's Guide to Fringe Benefits. Do any of your employees qualify as greater than 2% S-Corp shareholders? If so, any health and accident insurance premiums paid on behalf of such employees are reportable for federal and state taxable wages on your shareholder employees' W-2s. Perhaps you have education or employee moving expenses, awards, prizes, gifts or stock options that need to be reported as taxable fringe benefits on W-2s. Again, please provide this information in writing to your payroll processor as early as possible and no later than your last payroll of the year. We ask for this information so that we can prepare your iSolved account for your fringe benefits by ensuring that the correct earnings codes are set up. Do you offer your employees deferred compensation plans? Please let your processor know if the type of deferred compensation results in your employees' taxable wages being reduced. Also inform your processor if you have any employees that receive additional income from a previously deferred payment. You will also need to let us know if your company has made employer contributions to a health savings account or HSA a health reimbursement arrangement, or HRA, or other medical savings contribution, such as a flexible spending account, or FSA. You'll notice at the top of the year-end questionnaire that we ask whether you want us to print the cost of employer-provided healthcare on the W-2s. Most health insurance codes will print by default, and under the Affordable Care Act, it is now required that we print the cost, which includes both the employer and employee amount, if you file 250 or more W-2s. Of course, if you file less than 250 W-2s, you can choose to check the No box, and we will not print the cost of employer-provided healthcare on the W-2s. The last fringe benefit listed on our questionnaire refers to third-party sick pay, an insurance policy to pay employees sick pay if they are not hurt on the job and they are off work for more than a certain amount of time, such as 7 days. Even though the insurance company pays the employee for this period, because third-party sick pay is considered an employer benefit, the employer is required to pay the Social Security and Medicare match, so it needs to be entered in payroll. We ask that you contact your third-party sick pay provider and determine whether or not they will issue the W-2 for the employee third-party sick pay. If you do not expect to receive third-party sick pay information by your last payroll, please be sure to check the Yes box towards the bottom of the year-end questionnaire. Thanks for watching our Fringe Benefits training video. Remember, please return our year-end questionnaire by the relevant date and provide all Fringe benefit information in writing to your processor no later than your last pay of the year, although we would prefer to receive it as early as possible. Please contact your payroll processor with any questions. At this time, we would like to wish all our clients a happy and prosperous New Year.